So today we have with us Greg Lewin, the president of the Nunawading District Lapidary Club. Greg, can you tell us a little bit about the history of the club and the mission of what it is today?
Yes, certainly. The club was founded back in 1967 by a group of people that were interested in rocks and felt that there was a need here. They didn't want to probably travel that far to the nearest club. And when they got a grant of land from the then Nunawading Council, the members built club rooms in Silver Grove. Silver Grove is just near the Nunawading station. The club rooms were there for a long time. It was a standalone building, access at any time, and a good graffiti centre apparently on next to the railway line. So we were there for many, many years, had our meetings there, had a large display of minerals and rocks and from all over the world. But around 2020, the council made a decision that it wanted the land back, and that they negotiated with us to move us into the Nunawading Hub. Now, Nunawading Hub is the old Nunawading Primary School. It's got the facade on Springvale Road, with some more modern buildings at the back, and it houses the U3A and Meals on Wheels and the Lapidary Club. It was once they'd decided to move us and we'd agreed, we came here. A lot of the equipment we moved here. We don't have the display space that we had before, so a lot of our collection is in storage. We have a small amount in the foyer that you can see any time if you visit the Nunawading Hub. But yeah, our club rooms are not open all day, every day. So you have to pick the day if you want to see the club rooms.
So what makes this year's exhibition special? What can customers really look forward to this year?
There are some things that make it a little different to normal. During the year, the club was able to purchase a very good collection of materials, minerals, specimens, opals, cut stones, raw stones from a private collection, deceased estate. And those have been on sale to members at the last 2 monthly meetings. And the rest of it is out today on the tables. We are a not-for-profit club, but the sales and the profits and things like that from events like this are either put in the bank holding for a while or used to improve the equipment that we have here for members to use in the club rooms. And there are some ongoing costs and things like that that they help to pay as well. There's quite a lot of consumables used in the hobby. So yeah, we have all of that.
Great. And for a new a new member, what sort of opportunities are there for them, when it comes to contributing and learning and things like that?
Yeah, anyone that comes to the exhibitions, we have our rooms open, so we are able to show them the equipment that we have. We can also are demonstrating some of the types of things that we teach. We have courses on cabochoning, on faceting stones, and on silverwork jewellery, chainmail, things like that. There's a lot of knowledge in the club. We don't just take membership and put the person at a machine and say, do something. There's always someone around to help them if we get them the basics, and then there's always someone who can help them with any of the more intricate things that they want to try and do in the jewellery room or in the faceting room.
Great. And I mean, how important do you think it is to raise awareness about, public awareness about gems and jewelry and all the things that you do up there?
Yeah, well, I suppose the more popular we make it, the more we might have to spend to get what we want. But it is, it's a good hobby, and it's an interesting hobby. It's not just being here in the club rooms. It's not just cutting stones and that. A lot of people go looking for their own, and there are places around Australia that you can go to and holiday at, fill in a bit of time walking around looking for something interesting.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to dig, do a lot of digging. If you want some of the rarer ones, the sapphires and things, yep, hard work. But there are places where stones are just washed down the river out in the outback. No one's been there for,
Couple of decades.
couple of times in the last 60,000 years. Somebody might have been there, yeah, but I'm sure they weren't looking for
Exactly.
sapphires or quartz or
Precious stones.
or anything like that. So it's more than just being a member of the club. That's where you get your training and some learning and the ability to deal with the products you might find out there. But yeah, it's the interest that it gets you in the hobby.
Yeah, that's so true. And I mean, I guess a final question: what are your hopes or dreams for the club, and where do you see it growing to in the next 5-10 years?
Well, my hopes are that, during my presidency, the club will exist and survive and won't fall apart. We look forward to having many more years. We've had whatever that is, 50 years of the club at the moment. Our membership is getting bigger all the time, and we are seeing younger people coming along. And we have a Saturday afternoons. A lot of is for juniors, but yeah, they're not restricted just because they're juniors. We don't stop them from using the saws or the grinders and things like that. Yeah, we're happy to damage them as much as their parents. But it's getting those younger people interested and want to learn and start learning. It's not sure quite how to put it, but yes, we let them do the silver work. They can take the silver work on. Have to be over 12 to join. We're not babysitters. We're a club, but yes, there's always people here to help them out, teach them, and encourage them to continue learning.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time and sharing with our audience a little bit about Nunawading District Lapidary Club. And I mean, I'm sure we all hope to see you at the next exhibition that they host, or if you'd just like to come down and become a member, please reach out to Greg or the team, and I'm sure they'd love to see you join the team.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
Pleasure doing it. And yes, we look forward to perhaps seeing a few people come along and have a look. You don't have to join up straight away. We'll show you around and let you see what's here. So
great. So Storm Rise, thank you so much for joining us and sharing a little feedback. I understand you've been a member at the Nunawading District Lapidary Club for over 3 years.
Yeah.
Is that right? Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your experience and why you love being part of this awesome community.
That's exactly what it is. It is an awesome community. The people here are incredibly accepting. The knowledge is nuts. If you combine it all, there's centuries of experience and knowledge that they offer so freely. You can ask anybody anything. And there's never any hesitation. It's like, sure, let me show you, let me help you out with this. Oh, do you need some stone? There's just this incredibly open-hearted sense of giving here, which makes it really special. And it's why I spend all my free time down here. I come down on my free days, I volunteer in the jewelry room and help out, and on Mondays and Tuesdays when it's my days off from work.
Yes.
And teach for volunteer teaching here as well, once or twice a month, depending on how much time I can put in.
Yes.
But it's it's such a good community. You feel like you need to give back, and there's not a bad thing about it.
For you to run your shop and teaching 5 days a week, obviously the community must be something you feel like is family.
Oh, absolutely.
I can tell that they think you're family.
And that's it. It feels it. Yeah, you hear that a lot. They're just family. it actually is true here. They feel like family. Well, adopted you guys. Yeah. And well, they've got little brothers and sisters and extra mums and dads and the odd grandpa and grandma here because they just become so much a part of your heart. You can't get past the quality of the teaching and the information that you get here is stunning. And then you've got your fossicking and your fun stuff we can do outside of the rooms too. But it's amazing.
So you've got all the social activities and
yeah.
I mean, in terms of a newcomer who you don't have to have any skills, right? You can just know nothing about carving, nothing about materials, but they'll teach you everything.
Absolutely. That's one thing we're really particular about, safety first. So when you turn up, the first thing you'll get is an introductory around the rooms. So you can see the 3 distinct areas, our faceting, cabbing and jewellery. And we'll run you through the material and the equipment so that you can use it safely. There'll be introductory courses, one in the cabbing room, and then we also have introductory series that we run in the jewellery room. So again, you can use the equipment safely. You can come in and feel comfortable sitting down at the desk and working. And that's the whole point about it. It should feel like home. And it does.
Yeah, great. And it's open 7 days, is it?
Not quite. So we're open Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 till 2:30. Though sometimes if one of us is staying late, then you can probably stay a wee bit later.
Okay.
And then Wednesdays we usually shut. That's our meeting days and catch-up days with all the paperwork and all that sort of stuff for the club. Thursdays we're open as well. Also Thursday evenings, which is nice. So we're 7 to 10. The Santa closes at 10 o'clock, so make sure you're out by 10.
Yes.
And then we have Saturdays open here as well. And we're looking at maybe opening up Fridays if we have enough interest for an open studio, which is what we do our Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's where you can come along, work on your own projects. There's always somebody there who can share with you.
Help.
Exactly. Always. Any questions you've got access to us all the time.
See, that's perfect. I mean, that's the most important thing, the support network. And, when you're doing creative things, you're always making mistakes and trying to push the boundaries.
It's the good stuff.
You need the support. Absolutely.
Yeah, but then you can do it safely because you've been taught how to use the equipment safely. And then if you stuff up, great. You learn what went wrong, how you can fix it, and how to do it right. You get triple the amount out of it. It's brilliant. Stuff ups are excellent. Great judgment here. None.
Yeah, awesome. I think thank you so much. I know there's also one more thing that you're particularly famous for at this club, which is...
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your faith. You're the best hugger for sure.
Okay, that just made me cake.
So I encourage everyone at home or in Melbourne, if you're thinking about picking up a new skill or you wanted to, just socialise a bit more, please come down to the Nunawading District Lapidary Club, meet these wonderful people, pick up some new skills, maybe a passion that you didn't even know about. So I look forward to seeing you here.
Thank you.
So David, you're a member here at the Nunawading District Lapidary Club.
Yep.
Been a member a long time. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience at the club.
Well, I started off coming to tumble a stone, but then I ended up in the faceting room, the cab room, and then worked my way through the committee up to president, and currently I'm vice president. And welcome to our casting area. I also do the lost wax casting for the club.
Perfect.
Just as a demonstration, we start with an item like that, which is a wax of a ring. We sit it into a base and put a cover over it, fill it with an investment, and once it's dried, it looks like that. The little dot in the middle is the hole where the silver will go. We then put it into our oven and bring it up to over 700 degrees for about 5 hours. Drop it back to a casting temperature, and then we're ready to cast it. I don't normally take it out at 700 degrees or 500 degrees with my hands, but it hasn't cooked this one. Okay. So this one then sits onto our vacuum table. We have melted our silver in our furnace. We grab that with a pair of tongs, turn the vacuum on, pour the silver down that little hole. It fills the hole in the investment, and we then have a cast silver item. That then goes into the sink. We wash the investment away. That's with wax, and although it's called wax casting, I don't use wax. I use 3D printed. So this little seahorse I bought as a skeleton in Launceston, Tasmania, photographed it, turned it into a 3D model, did exactly the same thing, burnt it all out, cast it in silver, and we ended up with a silver item, which is an exact replica of the cast, of the 3D print, which is a replica of the original seahorse skeleton.
I love it. There you go, guys. Perfect.
So just one of the activities that we do at our club. We do an occasional casting, but there's plenty of other activities here to keep everyone interested and enjoyed.
Well, there you have it. I encourage everyone to come down, meet David or one of the other amazing members of the Nunawading District Lapidary Club and learn some new skills to enjoy.
Thank you.
So, Drew,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us today and
No
sharing
worries.
a little bit of feedback about your experience with the club today.
Sure.
Let's start with how many years have you been a member of the...
I've been a member for about 2.5 years now. Yeah, so I've been cabbing for about 15 years,
Okay.
and then I got to the point where I had a lot of opal that I was sitting around. And I'm going, I better do something with it. Yeah,
Yes.
I thought some silversmithing would be good to learn, so I came to the club, learned some silversmithing, and progressed from there. So it's been invaluable, the experience of the club.
So the workmanship that's on display on your stall,
Yeah,
is that all your own work?
yeah, it is all my own work.
Have you learned all that at the club here?
Yeah, all the silversmithing's been really good. Some of the people that we have here teach really well, and a lot of different jewelers come and give their experience over. So it's been great.
That's fantastic. And tell me about some of the other things you really love about being part of this club. Is it, do you guys go on some fossicking trips? Or
Yeah, look,
well,
for me, I think it's knowledge that people have as far as their experience is concerned, and also some of the knowledge base with jewelers who come in and give up their valuable time to be able to teach us their skills and, be able to improve on those. Yeah, they've been wonderful. And the other thing I love about the club is there's some really great people here. You get to hang out and you really enjoy yourself, which is really wonderful. Yeah.
like have a laugh.
Yeah, that's
Storm gives the best hugs.
yeah, she is the hugger from way back. I tell you, she's well and truly worth it.
Lovely. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Pleasure throughout your feet.
No worries at all. Thanks very much.
So I'm here today with David, Linda and Cam, members of the Nunawading and District Lapidary Club. I know Linda and Cam have been with the club for 1.5 years now and David for a bit longer, 7 years. So guys, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with the club and why you love being part of this community?
Well, this club is very varied. There's lots of things to do, from casting, jewellery making, cabochon. And there's lots of people here with lots of knowledge that are willing to impart what they know to help other people in this very wide distributing club. Lots of different aspects to it.
Great.
Was that enough or you want more?
No, that was great. And Linda?
I've been in the club for 1.5 years. I'm a student at Melbourne Polytechnic. I love the community here. We have we have people with very long experience, so I'm willing to help out, and it's a great place to be in.
Awesome. Yeah, similar. I got interested in opals and then took a trip up to Yawa and Lightning Ridge and bought some rough when I was up there. And then I've come back and several of the senior members of the club have sort of mentored me and showed me how to cab them and polish them. And then my wife makes them into jewelry there.
Oh, amazing. So it's a team effort. That's amazing. That's great. And so I guess, is there anything you could tell some new members who might be looking to join the club? Where would they go? What should they do?
I mean, the club starts people off on cabochons. just really to see whether people are interested in pursuing this type of hobby, because a lot of things take a long time to do. If you're trying to facet a stone, you don't do it in one short session. It can take you months to do.
Yeah.
So you need a lot of patience. But there's a lot of people here that will help teach you what to do and how to do it.
And help you find your passion and craft it.
And there's different aspects. You can go into casting, silver, binding, making jewelry.
Yeah.
It's endless. I'm not sure where to start or finish.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it, guys. If you want to learn more about these amazing materials that you can find on Earth and working with them and creating beautiful pieces, please come down to the Nunawading District Lapidary Club and get your journey started with these wonderful people. So Jasper, thank you so much for joining us today. I understand you're a member of the Nunawading District Lapidary Club. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey so far.
Yeah, so I joined about 2.5 years ago. I started doing cabochons, and then I really wanted to explore the different areas of the club. So I took a faceting course.
Great.
There's plenty of great instructors here. Mike sort of took me through the steps of cutting my first stone, and now I'm working on my third.
Oh, that's exciting. So as a newcomer who might be wanting to learn how to facet a stone, like what would be the process that they would have to go through?
Yeah, so generally you sign up for the course. There'll be a $50 fee. You'll get given your first stone to cut, which we always start with a quartz stone and the standard round brilliant design.
Okay.
Once you've gotten through that one, you can then branch out to working on different designs. We have a bunch of designs here on the wall. These are for the current Jamboree annual competition.
I see.
So you can pick a design that's for your class. So I'm currently working on a novice stone.
I see.
On the topaz. It's called the Aphex design, this one here.
This one here, okay.
So these designs have all of the angles that you cut out, that you cut at, and the different indexes that you set your stone in order to get all the facets just perfect.
Amazing. I mean, that would be quite a difficult task. But I'm sure as you pick up the little skills, and you might have some mentors running around to help you clarify things as well if you make a mistake, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of different techniques for fixing up little errors or for getting your meet points to match exactly. But there's plenty of members here that have been faceting stones for 30 plus years that are more than willing to lend a hand and guide you through the process.
Oh, that sounds very encouraging. And I mean, would you be able to show us a little bit about how one of these machines work?
Yeah, I'd love to. So this is the faceting machine that I generally work at. There's a few different components that make it up. We have our mast here where we can adjust the height of the stone whilst we're cutting. And we have our spindle here where we have different indices that we can set the stone at. So we're cutting the facet at the right angle. And then we have also our degree measurement here where we set the degree at which we're cutting the stone. So currently I'm cutting the girdle, which is at 90 degrees. So if I set that at 90, and then I can lower my stone as long as it's on the right index, down to the plate. And I'll get it just touching. I can do fine adjustments of the height of the mast. And I can turn the water on so we're always cutting wet. We don't have dust going up in the air. And then I can turn my machine on and start cutting my facets. Just lightly touching the stone. Currently I'm cutting at a 600 grit, so it's pretty rough, but we progress from 600 to 1500 to 3000 and then through to polish. And we try and get our facets perfect. So it all the lines line up and all the angles are correct, and we come out with a beautiful stone in the end.
So I'm here with Mel, who has been with the Nunawading District Lapidary Club for over 14 years. Mel, please tell us a little bit about how you first joined and how the club's evolved and why you love being part of this community.
Okay. I first joined all those years ago as a distraction from my son, my youngest, who was going through chemotherapy at the time. We thought that maybe playing with stones and learning how to cut stone would be an interesting distraction for him because he had a bit of spare time when he wasn't going through chemo. And because he got into it, then Dad got into it. And so I just fell in love with cutting stone. And from there, I progressed through, did a few courses with silversmithing. So now I'm a competent silversmith. And it's a real passion. Once you get the bug, you're continually looking for new material or new ideas in silversmithing.
I see, and how interesting. And I understand that you actually organised this year's event, is that right?
Yes, I've been the show organiser for the last 4 years. When we transitioned out of COVID, we were looking for a new venue and we decided to do it on site in the studios that we've got from the White Horse Council. And it's turned into a reasonably successful event for the club. The club, we use the money that we make out of this because we're a non-profit. So it goes back to the members in the way of machinery and equipment that we need and use consumables as well.
Fantastic.
I've been coordinator for Nunawading Lapidary Club for the last 4 years. This is my 4th go at it. It's been very successful the first couple of years. It's slowly built on. Our traders are very happy. They get a lot of new people coming through, new members coming in, people just coming in from other clubs from across the state and come to our show because it's held in such beautiful surroundings. The studios have got a lot of light in them, so the traders love that because they can show off their wares and everything like that. We've been very successful. I think this year we've probably had about 1,600 visitors through across the Saturday and the Sunday. We get a lot of help through council from the management and staff. The staff here are fantastic. Anything we need is not too much trouble. They are very, very helpful. We get a lot of help from the council. They're really good with us.
That's always great to hear.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I guess for you personally, what's the most rewarding thing about being part of this community?
Being part of the community with the club is great. I learn a lot. I've had a lot of mentors over my time, learning silversmithing, learning cabbing. I haven't got to the facet ring yet. They still keep telling me I need to. But you're continually learning and the interaction of ideas, but also the social side of it. Like on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night at about 8:30, 8:45, everyone stops, comes out, has a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and a lot of chocolate biscuits. So there's always a lot of chocolate biscuits. But yeah, you're continually learning and just to improve, pick up ideas. It's really good fun.
Great. And I mean, I really appreciate you taking the time to share some feedback with us, Mel. I wish you all the best on your future endeavours and I hope to see you for another 15 years at this club, mate.
Thank you very much.
So I have Mike, who's a member here with the Nunawading District Lapidary Club. Mike, how many years have you been a member here?
40-something.
40-something years.
About.
Please tell me a little bit about how you first became a member and how the club's evolved over the years.
Well, my father-in-law retired and he read all these things that said you need a hobby when you retire.
Yes?
So he joined the club. My son at the time, Cameron,
he was keen on rocks. He was 10. He was keen on rocks and things, and his grandfather brought him along to the juniors. And his grandfather went on holiday to Queensland, and I brought him. And Val, who was looking after the juniors, and Ray, they said, while you're here, you may as well do something. Gave me a stone to cut,
Yes.
and I've been cutting ever since.
What an amazing story. That's so brilliant. And your passion just grew over the years, is it?
Yep. And it's a great hobby, because the beauty of my son being interested is I had an excuse to go fossicking,
Yes.
and we'd go to the jamborees and things, interstate,
Yes.
to places where you really wouldn't go for a holiday if you didn't have a reason.
Yes, of course. Treasure hunting.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And it's been a great hobby. He's now a geologist.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Wow, so you're very passionate and very committed.
Yeah, so he likes getting out in the bush and looking for rocks.
So, Mike, tell us about an unforgettable moment over the years that you've had, or a very special memory.
Well, they're all special memories of like going to jamborees
Yes.
and winning medals. It's always good to win a medal.
Cutting medals. Medals.
Cabochon and passing.
Oh, you do faceting as well. Oh, fantastic.
So it's all good fun.
Yeah, maybe we could get you to show us a little bit about cutting and faceting stones at one of the workstations another day.
Yeah, definitely.
Over the years, how's the club changed? What new facilities? I know these are new facilities you're in now.
Yeah.
So,
well, the original club was just before my time. The club members got together, and they actually got the land was given leased to them by council, but they raised money and built the club rooms
I see.
down in next to the railway line. So just when the council came along and said, we're building this new facility, you've got to come, a lot of people didn't like the idea. But it's probably, from the membership point of view, being positive.
I see, yeah.
There's always a few negatives.
There's always...
And the club's always been very welcoming and very friendly,
Yes, I've noticed.
and has been always keen to encourage people to get involved.
That's always great.
And that's and every new member who comes, people will take something out of their box, and if they haven't got anything to cut, it's very welcoming. That's the thing.
Love to hear it. And I thank you so much for taking the time to share some feedback with us. And I really look forward to learning some things from you in the future.
Okay.
Thank you. This is Phil. He is our oldest member of our club. He's into his 3 digits and still going strong. Phil has been at every exhibition that I've been at for the club, and one of his specialities are the critters. I don't know how long does it take to make them, Phil?
Oh, it doesn't take very long, probably about half an hour or so.
The kids love them. My granddaughter that was her first memory of coming to our exhibitions.
That's the other ones.
Oh, this is the more sophisticated ones with the tail. Phil always had the reputation is that when the kids came to his table, they never walked away without a stone. And I think you'll find that his very expensive stones here at about $1 each, I think he probably gives half of them away to the kids, and they go home and it starts their interest in all of the rocks and looking after the environment as well. So, and in Phil's cards, Phil also loves to make his cards with the different stones, with the details on them. So, and that's great for people to learn about the different stones. We don't see Phil at the club as much these days, but when it is, it's always very enjoyable to have a sit and talk with the old boy.
And we make the stumble stones too, and
tumble them and clean them and polish them up, as you can see along here. And the end compartment is the gemstones that have been broken up on the factory floor, the factory where they used to collect them and sort them. And I just tumble the whole lot together and sort them out, sieve them out of the shape just so that people can have them all. But the great variety, everything comes from Australia and over the world is mixed in the tumbling batch. And that's makes them so they've got them to stay there. In fact, some of the places overseas, they use these and shapes ones, particularly something like that, was a worry stone and carried in their pocket. And even they can worry, they just can hold the stone and rub it and feel, contented.
Put a bit of cerium on there and get a better polish on it as well. Bit of cerium to polish it up.
Yeah. And then they polish up with all the various tin oxide and things.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just a general hobby that I've had and other people joined in after we formed the club many years ago. We just developed into quite a good club because it was a family photo club where we had barbecues and picnics. And a barbecue consists of going out and collecting stones, and gradually everything developed into every holiday was a stone collection holiday. But other than that, it all went very well. It's just, and as you can see how it's developed from 6 members in the early days to what we've got now.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Over 300 members now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you were part of the founding.
Big one.
You're part of the founding. You're one of the, yes, Phil's one of the founding members.
The founding members.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 6 of us. I think there's only a few of us, 2 or 3 of us left now.
Yeah. Merv Legg was in yesterday. Merv was in yesterday. Merv Legg, yes, yeah.
Yeah, Merv was the same.
Yeah.
But it actually developed into more, as much of social club, because we had a good social committee of women, and we had as a holiday and a hobby club. So, but as you can see here, it developed into quite a big hobby club, so, with everybody going. But I'm still going, so that's the main thing.
Well, we've got you for next year as well too, Phil. Next year as well. Yeah. Thanks, Phil.
How do you? Good, thank you.
Baby.